What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 76 of Welcome to Wroxham, and in today's episode we are back in FA Cup action. We've got a second round tie against Newport County to keep us all excited for the day. So like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. So we're back, and let's talk about what you've missed between now and the last time we met, where we played Bolton in the FA Cup to get to this game. We played Burnley under 21s in our last EFL Trophy group stage game, beaten 3-1. Goals from Forsum, Kamara and Nathan Young-Coombs, and a very rotated side for that one. We then played Cheltenham and drew 0-0. We played later on in our home, beat them 2-0 with a brace from Ronnie Stutter. Got a 1-1 draw with Bradford, another goal from Ronnie Stutter, and then Rotherham dumped us out the EFL Trophy 3-0 away from home in a kind of down-to-earth moment for us. But now we get to play the mighty Newport County, who are sitting in the Conference National, I believe. I'm not sure where they are in the Conference National, because I haven't looked. They're 8th in the Panorama National League. There we go. So they should be beatable-ish, I guess. We'll see. We're going to find out in just a moment. In terms of league action, by the way, we're still sitting pretty at the top of League 2. We're 3 points clear. We've got a game in hand because, obviously, this game has been usurped the Harrogate game we were supposed to play today. So we'll have that game in hand and hopefully use it to build a good points tally. Without any further ado, let's go meet the team. So let's talk about today's starting lineup then. We've got Randy Straker in goal, because of course we do. Fabio starts at right back. Thompson and White are going to be our centre halves for the day, with Shetin Killick-Carslan as our left back. Nina Dunnett as defensive midfielder, with Green and Diaz in midfield. Stutter, Hamilton and Ramirez at the front three. On the bench, Mario Boni is going to be the right back on the bench. We're going to give Carl Garber a second chance to impress us, and hopefully if he can't impress us against the National League side, something's gone wrong. Finn Burns, McGinnell, Kadarabek, Chumezi, Rodriguez, Gamar and Jaden Williams make up the rest of the team. So without any further ado, let's go and play the game. So we're here in the dressing room then, and we're going to do a media who's given you a lot of credit lately. Put on the worthy display, and everyone seems inspired and happy and good, and that's fine. I'm not going to bother doing individual shouts. If we can't beat Newport County as the team that are top of the division above them, I feel like we're a bit fraudy, especially because this is largely our starting 11 under any normal circumstances. Our old friend Ryan Stamp is starting at the back for Newport. Let's see how Adam Stamp is getting on for them, shall we? Because he had a lovely move down there. I say a lovely move, he's been on loan everywhere, and then we sold him, of course, in the summer. His first season, in fact, he was on loan at Newport County from Grimsby, where I sold him to. That's the thing I knew. Anyway, he's played 12 games for them this season. Well, 14 games for them in the league. And 2 games in the cup. So, I can numbers. Good stuff. He's having a good season. Fair play to the boy. He had some potential, but we could never help him realise it. So, we'll see if he punishes us today in this game. There's no one else there who I recognise as being X of us, a very youngish squad, so that's good for them. Right, let's kick this one off, shall we? We're going to be in the blue as always. Newport County are going to be in the yellow because that's what Newport County wear, and hopefully we'll have an excellent game of football ahead of us and an even better result. Well, we're our first highlight of the match in the 41st minute. It's been a very exciting game, not helped by the fact I realised we were playing cautiously like we do in the league, rather than attackingly like we should do against a team below us. As Dunnett plays the ball back to Thompson. Thompson, plenty of time on the ball, finds Green. Green, ball through to Stutter, who's playing as a right winger today. Remember that, because that's why he's not going to get 15 goals in this game. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. Roberts picks up the ball for Newport. We are being counter-attacked. Settin is there to do his thing. White to Diaz to Hamilton. Hamilton, big ball through looking for Ramirez. Now, can Ramirez put this ball away? Ramirez can put this ball away. It's his 10th goal of the season, and that assist will save Micah Hamilton from getting a hairdryer at half-time, because he has not impressed me much today. So he has done very well to at least make a useful goal contribution, and Ramirez on the score sheet. Just to add insult to injury, I did think about starting Jaden Williams today, because let's face it, there's one man we know can score goals against conference national sides. It is Jaden Williams. But, I thought we'd give Ramirez the run out. We'd go for our strongest side today, and it seems to be, at least for now, paying off in spades. We are at half-time into the dressing room then for a 1-0 lead at half-time. We're going to go and tell them, but I'm not going to tell them, well done on controlling possession so far. Let's just send them out with happy faces and see if that leads to big results for us. Free kick now, and it's with Sam White, who puts the ball forward looking for Hamilton. Hamilton's going to get there, puts it across for Ramirez for a second goal. 2 goals, 2 assists. Good stuff. Both men doubling up their tally for the day, and Hamilton coming alive as we go into the second half, it seems. Took him a while to wake up, but when he did, he's there to provide the ball to Ramirez, and we are looking very, very comfortable now at 2-0. We'll give the boys a little bit of praise, shall we? And we'll see if they can go and get 3, 4 or 5. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Free kick now. Gamar, one of our subs, is taking it, looking for Ramirez, back post off the crossbar. We've won ourselves a corner. The other subs, Garber on at left back, Kaderabek on in central midfield for Ryan Green. And Kaderabek is going to take this corner, puts it into the box. Can he find a head? He can't. It's been headed clear to Cooney, and we have somehow managed to not get another goal there. I'm holding back on the other 2 subs because I want to give Daniel Ramirez a hat-trick hero send-off. But of course he does need to score that 3rd goal before I can make that happen. And obviously if Micah Hamilton gets the hat-trick of assists, we're looking even better as Fabio steps up for a throw-in. Done it. Back to Fabio. Plenty of time for Fabio. Gets a crossover looking for Ramirez. Doesn't find him. Cooney heads it away, but Kaderabek will get there. And Kaderabek spends his time very wisely, finds Callum Thompson at the back to Kaderabek looking for Diaz. Gamar over the top looking for Hamilton, who just manages to put that over the bar. But at least still, as I said, looking lively in this game. And, like I said, we're still going to hold back on those subs. Balcom getting himself a free kick for Newport, headed away by Kaderabek to Ramirez. Gamar has time to use his pace and run, but just gives the ball away to Evans, unfortunately. McConnell now on the ball for Newport. They're going to come back and try and get on the score sheet. Are they going to do the same comeback we did against Bolton? McConnell with a goal, and it could happen. They could be doing to us what we did to Bolton. It's not impossible, but we need to step ourselves up. And luckily, the man to blame there, probably Fabio, to be fair, a little bit out of position after the earlier shenanigans up the field. But we're just going to try and hold on for dear life, do what we need to do, and see if we can get these boys fired up and focused and ready to see this one out. So that's full time then here at Trafford Park, and a 2-1 win it is. Good stuff from the boys. Very pleased with what they have done today. Nice victory, well done, is the best thing we can say. And now we just wait and see what things are going to look like in terms of, next round draw of the FA Cup. Okay, so we've made it all the way to the 3rd round of the FA Cup. The Premier League teams are in the competition. We're going to do the entire draw. The fans want Stockport County ideally, followed by Wolves, followed by local rivals Norwich. There you go. There's a bold ask from the boys. Let's see who is in this draw apart from the Premier League teams. Of course, we'd love a Premier League team. Otherwise, though, I'd love a trip back to Sunderland. That'd do me nicely. I think Fulham have dropped out. That went away quickly. Good stuff. Right, let's start the draw. See what's going. Malky Mackay is the host of the ceremony this time. One of the worst managers ever witnessed by anyone in football. Good stuff. Many people won't remember Malky Mackay. But, such is life. I say that, lovingly, of course. Anyway, let's start the draw, shall we? Let's see what we're going to get out of this. Hopefully it's something quite tasty. I am going to up the speed a touch because we haven't got all year and this draw takes forever. So that's going to be a thing. Right. Let's go to 2 times speed. That's speeding itself right up on me. Right, Aldershot Town first out the draw. Let's see who Aldershot Town are going to get. If it's us, we're in the 4th round, I'm going to safely say. So, who is it? It's going to be the mighty, failing, come on, anytime we like, buds. Speed thing is just not very good, is it? Blackpool, okay, that's a good draw for them. Let's go. We've got double speed now. We'll get through this draw faster. Good stuff. Right, next out the hat. Who's it going to be? I would like one of the big teams away. That'd be beautiful. Reading would not be beautiful, so we'll probably get Reading. And who are we going to face? Who are Reading going to face? They're going to face someone local Derby-ish. Nope, they're going to face Crewe in a game that nobody will care about whatsoever. Right, next out of the hat, of course, there's a lot of games to draw in this one. It's going to be Watford with their 73rd manager of the save, and they're going to be facing someone probably not big. Are they? Birmingham. Okay, that's a fairly classic championship tie. We'll let them have that one. Who is young Malky going to drag out of the hat next? Brentford. Brentford are a decent side, and I wouldn't like to get them because their ground's too small to make me enough money before they beat us. So, what have we got? Hull and Swindon. Well, that could be a tasty tie. Quite could be a tasty tie. We'll see what happens next, though. Everton out the draw. I'd take Everton away. They've got a big fan base, and they might be beatable because they never do well in the Premier League. They just kind of survive for as long as they need to. Everton versus Arsenal. There is a crazy big tie for the third round. Premier League teams about to take each other out. Ipswich Town, that could be interesting for us if we can get Ipswich away. And we're about to find out, because that's a very short trek for us. They're going to go to Sunderland. So they're going to welcome Sunderland. They've taken the match that I would have wanted most outside of the Premier League sides. That's okay though, we'll accept that with grace. Cardiff City, the city where my sister lives. Do I get to go and visit her in the FA Cup? Probably not, because the odds aren't in our favour, and Huddersfield are going to be going to South Wales instead. The draw continues, 50 teams left to draw. That's quite a lot of teams. Wycombe or Charlton will be at home, but who will their opponents be? That's the big question for this one. I don't want to be asked, I don't want the uncertainty. They're playing Tottenham, so could be a London derby in the FA Cup coming up. And Wycombe's not really far outside of London, let's be honest. I think one of the London rugby teams plays in Wycombe. Leicester City, former champions of the Premier League, of course, recently relegated in real life. Do we get to play Leicester at the Walker Stadium? No, we don't. Plymouth or Colchester are going away for that one. Okay, still some teams left in the hat, some big teams, some small teams. Chelsea have come out of the hat, as I was talking about small teams, seems weirdly appropriate. Who are Chelsea going to be playing? Are Chelsea going to get to see the mighty Wroxham in person? No, they get the Plastic Dons. Good stuff. Nice things for them. Right, still some Premier League teams. There's still some big teams. Not seeing any Liverpool or Manchester clubs yet. Nottingham Forest out the hat. This would be an interesting draw for us because they'll get a big crowd, but I'm not sure if we can beat them. They've got Liverpool. That is a classic tie. Forest versus Liverpool has been an FA Cup final at least once in my lifetime. So, Southampton are the next team out of the hat, and Southampton again, they could be beatable as Premier League teams go, but they're not really going to bring us in the big money. Portsmouth, or Southampton versus Portsmouth. A rivalry for the ages. We do get two rivals drawn against each other in the third round of the FA Cup. Millwall up next. And I don't want Millwall away because no one likes going to Millwall. It's just not a fun experience. No one's ever enjoyed that. And they've got Fulham in a very, very tasty London derby. That could be a good, fun game all around. Aston Villa next up. I take Villa. They're a big club who seem to be faltering at all times, which means the crowds are big and the win is possible. But they're going to play Bristol City, so that's going to be a mediocre type FA Cup tie. Good stuff. Right, 36 games left to draw. And Grimsby Town out the hat now. I'll take Grimsby Town. That could be a fun little trip for us and a guaranteed spot in the fourth round. But they're going to go to Woking. It's an all-League 2 game. That's That's interesting. That one of those guys is going to make some money in the next round, that's for sure. They'll be a danger to us by the end of the season. Crystal Palace out next, and Palace have been okay on this save so far. They've not been embarrassing themselves, and they're going to play West Ham. London derbies all around. West Ham are the current runners, or the last runners-up of the FA Cup. 32 teams left to go. No Manchester clubs drawn yet. Norwich are out the hat. If we take Norwich, that should get a huge crowd, and we'll enjoy that because we get a proper local derby, and it is us. We are going to play Norwich City. We'll get out of the draw now, skip to the end, and there we go. We have got the local derby. Let's see how the final post-us game shook out. Anything interesting pop up? Stoke and Leeds, an all-Premier League tie. Brighton at home to Manchester City catches the eye. Newcastle will be looking to spend that dirty oil money against Peterborough, so they should get through. Bristol Rovers at home to Manchester United. That's going to be a massacre. Excellent. Right, let's wrap up the draw and indeed wrap up the episode. We are, without any shadow of a doubt, it has to be said, going to be coming back for that game against Norwich, which will be next episode. So join me for a big local derby, and that will be fun. Right, like, subscribe, ring the bell, share with your friends, leave some comments, all that fun times down below. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe. I have, as always, been chasing lately. I'm very grateful that you're here. Until next time, have a good one.